We're live from the HCCTV studios. I'm Todd Duplantis, and you're watching Up to the Minute. Thanks for being here this morning. We have got a jam-packed half hour. And you know, March is International Women's Month. We'll have more on that on the show. A little blustery outside. Newsflash, it's winter again in Houston. Dr. Tony Reyes-Sutherland joining me this morning. Tony, a little chilly, happened overnight. I guess we're back in winter for a day or two?
I know, it's just kind of like Jack in the Box, up and down, up and down. Are we? Is it spring? Is it summer? I don't know what season it is.
Well, we know one thing for sure. It'll be warm in the middle of the week and then colder again on the weekend. That's just the way it is. We didn't plan the weather, but we got to deal with it. Hey, thanks for those of you watching us this Monday morning on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here every weekday morning when HCC is in session, but not next week. We'll talk about that later because we're on spring break. You can also catch the rebroadcast of the show at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. on HCC TV, and you can find us in social media anytime. In social media, Tony.
Yes, you can. Just look for Houston Community College District, not just the HCC, because there's a lot of them out there, but there's only one Houston Community College District. And then just look for us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, any of the social media, and we'll be there.
All right. We've got some special guests joining us for the shows. Tony, stick around. You'll be interviewing this next guest. You know her, Dr. Antrece Baggett joins us this morning. Good morning, Dr. Baggett. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
We are doing good. It's a Monday morning, but we'll just forget that. It's going to be a good week. Good week before we all go into spring break. We're going to talk with you about some things you have going on. International Women's Month. More on that shortly. So if we could, we're going to ask you to stand by for about 10 minutes and we'll be right with you. All right, we're going to kick things off. It is Mental Health Monday, and one of our favorite guests joins us once a month on Mondays, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick, the Executive Director of the Jung Center of Houston. Sean, good to see you as always.
Todd, it's great to see you, and so glad spring break is just around the corner.
I know, spring break's around the corner. Things are changing. Actually, at least here in the States, things seem to be getting better. The CDC made a big announcement last week, and it's got a lot of people feeling still uneasy. They announced that most people, 90% of us, can take off our masks and not wear masks indoors. But, you know, in situations like this, we've been masked for so long, a lot of people are going to be feeling a little of anticipation or uneasiness in getting out.
Yeah. And you know what? That is completely normal. One of the things that I've said again and again, or I've experienced for myself again and again, is just how utterly strange the last 2 years has been for us as human beings. And that it's kind of cut us off from the mechanisms that we've needed to quarantine, right? It has cut us off from that human connection that is our first way of coping with crisis, right? So, and masks are a part of that, right? So we put our masks on our face, so we've cut off our ability to see each other's reactions, these basic nonverbal cues that we're used to seeing. A lot of that has been taken away from us. And also we've come to rely on those masks for a kind of experience of safety and security. And it can be scary to take them off.
Well, you know what's weird is there are certain people where I've only seen them with a mask, and then you see them without a mask and you're like, whoa, hey, what's going on here? You know, ones you may have not seen on Zoom or virtually, but you've only seen them in passing with a mask. If you see someone now wearing a mask, obviously it's for their own personal safety, and we need to respect that no matter what, whether we're wearing a mask or not. It's their right, because anybody can still wear a mask right now, and I guess we all need to look at that and respect that one way or another.
I feel pretty strongly about this. You know, it's we have, other cultures, particularly those who have actually had to deal with respiratory illnesses before, like the Japanese, have long had mask wearing in public as a natural part of the way that they live and work and move about. Those who are contagious or those who are perhaps have suppressed immune systems. So what we've done is we've given people the power to make a couple of decisions. One, what do they need for themselves? And will masks be beneficial for them and their own feelings of security and their own health. And two, they can make decisions, and I think will continue to make decisions on behalf of others. I had that experience for my son last night. We went to visit his grandmother in the hospital, and it was very important for him to feel like he was wearing a mask. He's had COVID, he's vaccinated, but he had that mask on because he wanted to make sure that she stayed well, that she didn't get infected while she was vulnerable.
And that's something, because when this all first started, you may remember when they were asking us to wear a mask, they were doing this to say like, hey, you want to keep grandma safe, then you'd see those heartbreaking videos where people weren't able to see their grandkids in person, or if they did, they'd have to have the glass door closed. We're still there in some shape or form, but you want, like you said, it was your son's personal choice because he wants to keep his grandma safe. That's what we were first doing in the beginning of this whole thing.
That's right. And it's actually, I think, an important moment for us as a culture. I just am experiencing this personally, which is we were able to go in the hospital room with her. Right. We did not, we're starting to open up and be able to have those kinds of in-person experiences. And we can continue to make decisions about how we have those experiences that keep us safe and keep those that we love safe. And the decision's going to be different for everyone. I think that the calculation of risk has crossed all kinds, has been a different thing for different people. Right. And I think I'm hopeful that we'll have an increased understanding and experience of those kinds of differences that we will have across, maybe across friends, within a family, and certainly within a larger community.
There are some of us who, I wasn't a big fan of going out in big crowds before COVID, and I'm certainly not now. There were situations over the last few months where I've had concert tickets that I've given them away. Yeah, I just don't want to do that yet, but I'm kind of getting there. But there are a lot of people in this country, a large segment, I would imagine, that really still don't feel comfortable going out. How do we deal with employees, friends who still may say, you know what? I understand what's going on. I know the COVID cases are down, but I just don't feel comfortable with that yet.
Well, the first approach that I have to it, and you understand I'm coming at it as a psychotherapist, right, as a mental health professional, is first of all to respect the feelings of the people involved, right? So if an organization, so you talk about the workplace, if the workplace has made a decision, as so many are now, that part of the time they're going to be back in person. I heard this morning that Google's made the decision that all of their people are going to come back in person in April, that we also make room for the experiences of those who are struggling with this. It is natural and normal. We've experienced a threat to life, which is actually the fundamental definition of trauma from a psychological sense, that, we experience a threat to life. That doesn't mean that all of us are going to experience PTSD, right, which is a diagnosis, but it does elicit certain fundamental reactions in us, right, biologically determined reactions. And it will take time for us to feel comfortable being in public. Like for the last 2 years, we've been told that is dangerous. And it's just going to take time to unwind that.
Yeah. It's just going to take some time. And, the scary thing about it is, Omicron, we were kind of here, 6 months ago when this state, where people weren't wearing masks, things are opening up again. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, Omicron came out of nowhere in November. I got it. Friends got it. Just about many of us got it. And that just shows you how quickly this can come back up again. And I think that's still going to have a lot of people uneasy.
And, to your point, it's possible that we will have another wave, right? Yeah. And we all, my feeling about it is, again, as a mental health provider, is it's okay to have a heightened sense of what we call hyper arousal, right? So we're looking for threats out in the world, and we've experienced a lot of threats out in the world. So if we stay prepared, the simplest way to do that is don't throw away your masks yet, right? Hang on to them. And keep watching the news and continue to do the risk calculus that a lot of us have become more capable with over the course of the past couple of years.
I'm hoping one day, I'm not going to throw those masks away, but I'm hoping one day I get to show them to my grandkids and say, you know what? this is what happened back in, the 2020s. This is how we lived at one point. Sean, you guys are reopened at the Jung Center. I know you're probably doing a lot of stuff still online as well. Yeah. Any events you have coming up in the next month that you can highlight for us?
You bet. And both of these are available online. The first is this weekend. It is a workshop called Descent into the Underworld, and which is really just about transitions, right? And how we navigate transitions in our lives. This has been, the last 2 years, has psychologically been a kind of descent into an underworld of sort of, a psychological reality that we had not been aware of, right? So Jose Leal is teaching that. He's just fantastic. I believe that is online only. And then the following week, we have an ongoing series of meditations called The Power of Community. You can also take part in that online. Our gallery is open with a beautiful exhibit by the artist Francis Carter Stevens. You can feel free to come by during the week and on Saturday to view those shows. And you can always learn more about what's going on here at junghouston.org.
We'll have that link in our social media post as well. Sean, it's always great to see you. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you again next month.
Todd, you too. Thank you so much.
All right, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick, the Executive Director of the Jung Center of Houston. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Tony. And Tony, you've got a special guest who we always love seeing here on Up to the Minute.
Absolutely, Dr. Antrece Baggett. She is the HCC Faculty Senate President and the HCC Foundation Board Faculty Representative. Welcome to the show again, my great friend.
Good morning. And I see you received the email. We're both dressed in red.
I know it's the same color red too. Hey, yes. We're on it. We're on it. Well, this is Women's History Month, so that I'm very excited about that. We're going to talk about the Faculty Senate and all that, but let's talk a little bit about Women's History Month and what you guys are doing about that. Y'all are doing lots of celebrations, right?
Yes. So tomorrow we have our very exciting International Women's Day celebration. It's going to occur at the A-Leaf Hayes building in the auditorium from 11 to 12:30. And it's a collaboration between Houston Community College, United Nations Alliance, the City of Houston, and our students. Many of, not all, but several of our female leaders have agreed to come and speak. Let's see, who can I think of? Dr. Norma Perez will be there. Trustee Lynn Gary is going to stop by, and there are a lot of us. I don't want to leave anyone out. Our co-chairs, as I'm doing, leaving.
So just say there's a whole lot of people.
A whole lot of amazing, fabulous women, and this is going to be under the leadership of Doctors Rima Adil, Patricia Ugu, and others. So we're excited. I mean, we've done a lot of work with this. This is not the first time we've had this event, but each year it gets larger and larger, and we're excited about it. I decided to wear my purple flower this morning because we'll be wearing purple tomorrow for the actual International Women's Day. I just got to jump on it and put it on for you, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I got to remember to wear purple tomorrow.
Because you too are an amazing female leader.
Thank you so much.
And Todd is blushing like, okay, Antrece, you're putting it on kind of thick.
Well, wonderful. Well, okay. Now, let's talk about the Faculty Senate. Let's get the men involved in this too, as well as women, of course.
And so, this is how I'm going to transition from Women's History Month into the Faculty Senate. So I have the pleasure and the honor of being the 2021-2022 Faculty Senate President. But near and dear to my heart, I am the second African-American female Faculty Senate President. So, I could have come last month during Black History Month, but I wanted to come this month because I embrace everything feminine, although sometimes I kind of fuss.
Thank you.
Sometimes my A-type personality is not so feminine, but
I've been called different non-feminine things too.
It comes with leadership. So this year we have about 924 full-time faculty, visiting professors, and 2,000 or a little bit over 2,000 adjunct professors. And so the reason why that's important is that each and every faculty is a part of the Faculty Association, and the Faculty Senate is the deliberative and consulting body that negotiates. We serve on committees. I mean, we're everywhere. You know, we're everywhere, Tony.
Everywhere, yes.
We're everywhere.
And it's very important for the faculty to have an important voice, a voice that's heard. And not just a voice, but a voice that's actually heard, listened to, and, do something about. Things actually happen because of the Senate.
Right. So our goals are based on the shared governance model. And so actually those goals include the Senate representing the faculty perspective to the administration, and to the Board of Trustees. The Senate also serves as a forum for the exchange of ideas. We provide professional development opportunities. We partner with the foundation. And most importantly, we participate in policy and decision-making across the institution. So that means not only at the district level, but also we collaborate in our individual departments and across departments, across divisions. We partner with student services, student life. We are everywhere.
And that's important to go across different departments, go across different aspects of education, because we need to work. The right hand needs to know what the left hand is doing, as they say. So, that's a very good.
And you know what, Tony? I'm glad you said that about education, about collaboration, because this past weekend, or should I say this past week, we many of us went up to the TCCTA convention. And our very own past president, Todd Bish, yay, Todd, I'm giving you a plug, was elected secretary for next year for TCCTA. Excellent. So when we talk about collaboration and talking about partners at other community college institutions, Houston Community College's Faculty Senate is right at the heartbeat of what's going on in higher ed, especially in the region.
That's very important. That keeps HCC on top, and it keeps us the leader, innovative and that type of thing. So that's very good. Now, Dr. Kurt Ewan has some involvement with this and other committees. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, as we have been hearing, and especially we heard at convocation, we heard about Dr. Ewan's endowed chair. And so he has requested that the Faculty Senate take the lead on working with the endowed chairs and the selection. So with the endowed chairs, we will have, and what we all are so excited and embrace about our endowed chairs is that for this year, there will be 5. 3 will be faculty, and 2 will be student support professionals. And it's that last piece that makes, once again, Houston Community College unique and very special, because we're bringing in our colleagues in student services, or should I say in students support, that are front facing. This includes advisors, It includes people in testing. We really are one family. Mm-hmm. And so this is another way of bringing everyone together, making everyone feel, in tune, and being really, really student-centered and student-focused.
And there is something coming up. Actually, you held last Friday a virtual faculty forum, right?
Yes. Oh my God, it was amazing. So that's something that we started this year with the faculty forum, and we came up with the idea of the forum as another means of allowing faculty to communicate and engage. So, of course, we have the Faculty Senate, and we have our, Robert's Rules of Order and parliamentary procedures. But with the forum, it's extremely laid back, and we engage, ideas. Like I said, that's one of the bedrocks of our Senate. And so this past Friday, we discussed creativity and innovation in the classroom. So I love that. Yeah. So we highlighted Andrea Bonner and her department. We brought Farrell Prestige in to talk about how this innovation and creativity collaborates with IT. Mm-hmm. We've all
directly collaborates with it. Actually.
Right. And so this was our third forum. Our first forum, we talked about the workloads and what's going on there. So we're it's there. It's informal. We allow colleagues to engage in questions, ideas, and again, this is another way of just keeping our pedagogy and what we do really active, and it gives us ideas, innovation, and it helps us to bring in students, and they love the creativity that we have in the classroom.
And then you're going to have your first in-person meeting next Friday, right? At WHI Auditorium?
It's this Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Okay. Wonderful. So there you go. So we're going in person. I love that. One last thing before we go. You also do work with the HCC Foundation. Tell us a little bit, very quickly about that.
Very quickly. So let me just say this. So the Faculty Senate meeting this coming Friday will be hybrid, not just in person. So that's that. Okay. So this last year, and when I say last year, I mean 2021, right? Mm-hmm. We raised $142,000 with the faculty and staff campaign. Again, it's raising scholarships, it's providing professional development funds, and it's what we do. I love working with faculty and staff to raise funds. I didn't realize I was a fundraiser, but now I am.
You are. You're one of the best, I think, because you're sincere. You're sincere, and that's the difference. Yeah. Dr. Baggett, we love having you on the show. Thank you so much for being with us.
I love being here.
She's the HCC Faculty Senate President and HCC Foundation Board Faculty Representative. Thank you so much. We'll have information about all that you do in our post after the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Baggett. And Tony, okay, we got some things we want to go over, some announcements that you need to know. First things first, we've been talking about registration. Well, today is the first day you can register for summer classes. That's right. Summer classes at HCC, not that far away as we go into spring break. Summer registration is now open. You can enroll in summer classes to graduate faster with less debt. HCC's financial aid also has several options for you. Scholarships, we got payment plans, grants in many cases. All you have to do is register. Make sure you register today. hccs.edu/apply is your registration link. Tony, we've also got Parallel Lives happening. This is an exhibit that's happening at the Northwest College.
Yes, it's the HCC Northwest Spring 2022 exhibition, and Professor Stanley Kaminsky, it's his solo works, and it's free. So just go there. I'll be there through April 9th at the HCC Northwest Spring Branch Gallery. It'll be very nice to see.
All right, I'm going to skip down to the student loan forbearance because that's coming up very quickly. You don't want to be caught off guard before it happens. It's going to happen May the 1st. Student loan forbearance is scheduled to end this coming May the 1st. Students who are expected to restart paying their federal student loans will happen on May the 2nd. You're encouraged to visit our website for more information. You can make an appointment with one of HCC's financial coaches. They will help you out and make sure you're ready when this happens. Okay, and keeping in mind with financial aid and repaying loans, well, there's a way you can earn money while going to college and actually working at the same time, where you don't have to pay it back, Tony.
The work study program. We hire a lot of students in our work study program, and so does all the departments all over. Basically, you earn and you learn at the same time. Go to the financial aid website, and you do have to be part of the FAFSA. You need to sign up for that, and part of the grant is basically working while you're learning. So it's a wonderful thing to do.
Yes, it is. All right. We'll have a link in our social media post on how you can get involved with the work study program. Fast track training still available. We launched this website, I believe, back in 2020. These are programs, courses that you can take that lead you to high paying positions. And you literally can take some of them in a matter of weeks, a matter of months, but we get you in, we get you out and into the workforce. You can go take courses like construction, healthcare, welding, smart manufacturing. They train you. All your tuition is paid for through grants. That's the kicker here. And you can get a job lined up on the other side once you get your certifications and get out of the program. So it really is a great deal. Go to hccs.edu/fast-track. Okay, summer registration, we mentioned that's underway. Some other dates you need to keep in mind. April 11th, you can take a look at the fall schedule online, April the 11th. And then April the 18th, priority registration takes place for if you're signed up through the Eagle Promise program. And April 25th, registration for fall 2022. Can you believe we're already talking about that? Registration starts April the 25th for the fall. Okay, you can go to one website, Tony, to register and take a number of ways that you can take these courses as well.
Go to hccs.edu/apply. And then actually applies. Do it now. The reason we're opening it up April 11th is so that you can start looking at it,
yes,
making decisions as to what you want to apply for. So look at it on April 11th, but then on April 25th, go ahead and register. Go ahead and apply.
That's right. Register today. Get a jump start on it. Okay, tomorrow, Bravo's Top Chef has chosen Houston for its 19th season, and our own chef, Evelyn Garcia of Kintex, is making a name for herself on the show. We'll hear from her tomorrow as it's Tasty Tuesday. And we've also got another special HCC guest, Tony.
HCC's Director of Corrections Education, Robert Sims, will talk about helping inmates with everything from getting their GEDs to their college degrees, and even becoming gainfully employed. So this is a very wonderful program.
Yes, it is. All right, Tony will be back tomorrow. She'll be here. I'll be live 10 a.m. and we'll see all of you tomorrow on Up to the Minute.